Hello Gemini, welcome to my channel Love It or More. This will be October 2022 reading for Sun, Moon and Rising. We will start off with a sound bowl for about 20 seconds just to tune into the energy, and please be mindful that it is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest behind, and energies are non-gender specific. I'll be doing 3 rows. First row will be a current energy starting the month off on October. Middle row will be anything that's unseen, any challenges or obstacles, and the final row will be the outcome for the month. If this does resonate with you, please do like, subscribe, comment and share. It really does help my channel. And if you're interested in a personal reading, check out my website lovetormore.com or the description box below. So if you'd like to take a nice breath in and exhale. Okay, Gemini, let us see what October has in store for you. We'll start off with some major arcana, excuse me, just to get the general theme of each aspect. So, starting energy for Gemini, October 2022, as they start the month off, your kind of protagonist energy, your direction, your intention. As you start off October, we've got 2 here, we've got the Tower and Temptation. Whoa, okay. So Tower often talks about something that's been built on false foundation that comes crumbling down, that needs to come crumbling down. And then we have the Temptation card, which would talk about the Devil card. But in this particular deck, it talks about seeing your attachments and being in recognition of them and how to release those attachments. So let's go to what's unseen for Gemini for October. Thank you. The Star. So you've got your healing coming in, faith for the future. This is wish fulfillment. The spotlight's shining on you. The Star card's a very promising healing, cleansing card. So you might be starting off October in a bit of a rough road, but what you don't see coming is actually healing from that. And the outcome for Gemini, please. Oh, there's too many, but we'll take the one that's upright, the Chariot. So now, by the end of the month, you will be charging forward victoriously. You've now made your decision and you don't care what's what. You're moving forward with strength, with speed, with pace, being fully aware of what direction you're going in. Even though you might not know where the outcome will be, you're just ready to take to the road. And I don't mean that physically, although it could be quite literal. It is just charging forward. You've said goodbye to this difficulty, you've healed from it, and now you're ready to drive forward. So let's see how these are going to play out for you. I'm using my deck here, which is the Love It or More deck. It's only one of a kind because I made it and it's not been published yet for the public, although it will be, and I'll let you know when. Okay, let's look at this Tower card first, please, for Gemini. What is coming crumbling? Got 7 of Cups. Okay. 7 of Cups is like a dreamy energy where loads of opportunities are available to you. 4 of Cups is feeling a little bit like a lone man. No man is an island where things are all right, but not as good as they could be. And the 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment. So this is very promising for you. Let's go there. There. We will clarify further. And Temptation. Let's look at Temptation, please. What is Temptation here for Gemini? What is temptation here for Gemini, please? Okay. 8 of Cups, walking away from something that no longer serves you, something that you had invested quite a lot of energy into, something that saw potential growth, but now you realize, you know what, it's not worth it. I'm going to walk towards my 9 of Cups instead. What else do we have for temptation? Thank you. 2 of Cups. Okay. Can be a soulmate card. It can also talk about kind of being in mirror image of you and your higher self, and can also talk about a close connection, seeing eye to eye. Right, okay, let's go to the star quickly and then we'll clarify. Why is the star here, please? Thank you. 5 of Cups. Okay, healing something from the past, something that didn't quite meet the expectation that you had from the past, but the bird is returned to the nest, seeing that 3 eggs have opened and her babies have died, basically. But she's so caught up on that she doesn't see the 2 eggs behind her, which are still in gestation, still kind of in incubation, still have a future. So you're healing from that. What else, please, for the star? Thank you. We have 10 of Cups, fortune after difficulty, and King of Wands. Wow. Now you're stepping into a more powerful entrepreneurial leadership role within yourself. You're like, you've got the fire all around you. We will clarify. Let's look at the Chariot. So you're driving forward now by the end of the month. Why is the Chariot here, please? Thank you. Ace of Wands, and it landed on the 9 of Cups, which was your wish fulfillment, okay? Ace of Wands is a brand new beginning, passionate beginning of either work or a move, a physical move, if it was because of the Chariot, new passion, very exciting, brand new beginning. And we have the Emperor, oh la la, okay, so very divine masculine energy, really taking the bull by the horns, planning for the future, strategy, cunning, all of that good stuff, making your mark on the world by doing it one chess piece at a time. Okay, now this Tower Cup, it almost feels like something that you have been toying with in your head. It's almost like the Tower, the Tower almost says to me that there's been something that you've been kind of daydreaming about. There's something that you've been kind of fantasizing about, you know, but you haven't actually been making any action towards it. Because we've got this daydreaming kind of many options available to you card with the 4 of Cups, who doesn't actually do anything about it, just sort of, he's snoozing there. He doesn't actually see that there's a ship in the distance that could actually take him around the world, take him to where he could have more, okay? And wish fulfillment is a 9 of Cups, where after not having enough, she has more than enough. You know, she's in a very dry, barren area, and now she gets a wish fulfillment, which is a well of water. So she can, it's ever perpetuating. So it feels to me like the Tower moment is coming in because perhaps you've been a little bit stuck in your head with, I mean, they're all kind of Cups energies as well. So it is in a heart space, but you've been kind of, I have to read it as I read it. It looks a bit like in a bit of a false fantasy element here. And then with the Temptation card, we see this kind of walking away from a union. So it could be that the false understanding of where this potential connection could go, it wasn't set in stone. It was too ethereal. It was too kind of, no one was willing to do anything about it. No one was really wanting to take it to the next level. You just dream it would go to the next level, but it doesn't. And that could even be a business partner. It doesn't have to be a romantic partner. Okay, but there's now the walking away, kind of going, you know what? I know what I dream of is so important, but I cannot make that happen with this, in this union. I need to move forward. So I see you making it happen by the end of the month and charging forward. But in the beginning of the month, it's that like, I I think I was caught up in my head a little bit because nothing was actually materializing for me. Let us clarify this Seven of Cups. It's way too many cards, but interestingly that's the Nine of Cups too. Let's do that again. Well, that didn't shuffle very well, did it? Seven of Cups, please. Thank you. Hanged Man. Yes, you see? Thinking about it, dreaming about it, looking at all the options, not really doing that much about it. But at the same time, the Hangman's a very positive card because it basically says that you need to look at it from all sorts of angles so you can gain enlightenment, which is reflected in the yellow bit around his head. Okay, so maybe you're kind of sussing out that actually it's not the right way to go about it. Let's go to the Four of Cups, please. Knight of Cups. Okay, so there's been, again, it feels like there's something that's can come towards you, but it just doesn't seem like it's adequate. Okay, because the Knight of Cups moves with love, it's action orientation, and it's a gesture, an opening, an offering of love. And I feel like it could be someone who's come towards you with that fourth cup, which is represented as a ship, but you know, it's not been actioned. It's not been actioned because you're too sort of sleepy. He's sleeping and she's sleeping. Sorry, he's sleeping and she's sleeping. There's a very sort of sleepy energy that's kind of coming to light, whereby all of these things have just been kind of more either on an energetic level, like you could be having a relationship with somebody, or like a relationship. It doesn't have to be romantic, but a relationship with somebody only on an energetic level. It's not actually tangible. Okay, there's a bit too much. It could also be, so you could split it. It could also be that you've been wanting to, but somebody else has not actually been putting in the work. All right, and that's the Tower moment. That's a reality check that's coming in for you. It's actually false. It's not real. It's just like it's built on false foundations, and those false foundations is an idea, an ideology, or many different options, but nothing is actually being implemented. Let's go to the Nine of Cups, please. Yeah. So the wish fulfillment is dead, done, over with. Okay, so now you're reaching the mental clarity with that Tower moment, that it's actually not what you wish for. You wish for something that is actually tangible, that is actually you can see and feel and act on. But this is, it's no longer what you, it's like that feeling of, you know, you wish for something, and then you get it and you're like, I don't know if I want it anymore, because I've changed, I've moved, I've evolved from there. So it seems to me like everything that you had hoped and planned and snoozed over and daydreamed about, all these options and stuff like that, that's coming crumbling down. That's no longer valid for you. Okay, and now because there's still an attachment to that, even though you recognize with the Swords energy, which is the intellect, even though you recognize that is crumbling down and there's nothing you can do about it, there's now, is you still have an attachment, an energetic attachment to it, that now you need to kind of be aware of. Eight of Cups, walking away. What you're walking away from, Gemini? Something that no longer serves you, that you put quite a lot of effort in, but it's no longer serving. Thank you. Ace of Swords and Five of Pentacles. So it's very clear to me. The reason you're walking away is because you're getting that aha moment that this Tower serves you, that actually you were left out in the cold. Nothing's actually happening. Nothing's materializing. All you feel is just kind of neglected, isolated, not cared for. There's no money serving at the moment. Everything just is a kind of a lack mentality, and you're walking away from lack. And that's what you're recognizing now. That's the attachment that you had. You had this attachment to this holding on for dear life, but actually the illumination that's coming in with that Ace of Swords is that this this daydreaming aspect, these dreams, these fantasies with maybe this person or this connection has only left you, the reality of it has only left you left out in the cold. That's all it's done. And now there's no choice, but you have to now walk away from that. Because otherwise you only are attached to the feeling of being left out. So that's why it's imperative you walk away. Two of Cups, please. Can we clarify the Two of Cups? Thank you. Ten of Cups. Yeah. Two of Cups, which is that kind of soulmate, or singing from the same sheet about kind of happy home and everything. That's the thing that's coming to an end, because there's been an attachment both from you and from the other person. Now again, it could be a business partner, it could be a family member, it doesn't have to be romantic, although it could be, of course. But it is some close connection where there was lots of dreams, lots of aspirations, lots of playing with ideas and everything that didn't quite materialize. And now that you recognize that actually all I've been doing has been holding on to something that's false and something that's just kept me kind of trapped in the situation with the temptation card. And the attachment of that was having a wonderful connection where both people see eye to eye, and the dream of ultimate happiness and fulfillment and kind of a sense of kind of emotional well-being. That was the attachment. That's what kept you holding on in this kind of energy, despite that nothing was actually really kind of going the next level or going the distance. So that's the attachment that you're also having to recognize that you need to release. And as you do so, you move through the month into this healing card. Now, of course, you're going to be kind of, because we've got the Ten of Cups twice, so that's the theme really. Now, of course, you're going to be regretful over wasting so much time with that, okay? But then I see you gaining a lot of strength as the month evolves. So why is the Five of Cups here, please? Page of Pentacles. Yeah, you saw it as an ace. You saw it as a you saw that it was an opportunity. You saw this as something that could potentially go the distance, but it came from the Page, okay? The Page is it's a total novice. It's not someone, it's not a king, right? It's not even a knight. It's someone who's just like a bit childish, maybe, that's not really wanting to kind of put the effort in, you know. They only got one little pentacle to offer, and yes, it's a good pentacle, you know, because all pentacles are good, but he's a page. It's a page. It's not really kind of doing the trick. You need, you know, the equivalent of the emperor or the empress. That's what you need, but all you got was the page. So this is like you're grateful over something that wasn't, why did you sell yourself so short? That's what you're regretting. Why did I waste all that time selling myself short? Now, at the same time, you still got these two eggs behind you, which represent the future. Okay, so there's still more that can come out of where you are now, because there's growth here. But it feels like, it's like, well, why did I waste my time? For a page, you know? Okay. For a message, because pages are also messengers. I responded to a message rather than responding to a solid offer. Let's look at the Ten of Cups, please. So you're healing over this this aspect of fortune after difficulty, of this concept of ultimate fulfillment, emotional well-being, emotional fulfillment. This is what you're healing through now as well. So perhaps you're redefining what that is for you. What's the Ten of Cups all about? Why is the Ten of Cups here? Queen of Wands. Okay, so the Queen of Wands, you're feeling now that you're getting a bit ballsy now. You're getting a bit like, well, so I would say you are redefining it through this healing and faith for the future. You're like, well, you know what? I know what my Ten of Cups is for me. I've spent ages thinking about it, so I know what it is for me. And you know what? I'm going to stand in the Queen of Wands energy, and I'm going to make it happen for myself, okay? I'm going to take charge of this. I'm going to take the lead in this. I'm going to get up and make it happen. And I don't care who comes in my way. I am standing up for my happy ever after. Queen of Wands with King of Wands, I mean, perfect counterpart, because you go from that ballsy energy to the more kind of masculine, kind of action orientated, kind of making it happen. Look, there's fireworks all around him, so you know you don't mess with him, but at the same time there's so much inspiration, so much charisma, and now you really are taking the lead. Let's clarify the King of Wands, please. It could also be that the person that you were dealing with over here was a King of Wands, so that could be like a business partner or a boss type person, or a romantic counterpart. And the King of Wands in the bottom of the deck is Three of Swords, you know, which is sadness and heartbreak. But King of Wands can also be someone who is very, very charming, very charismatic, very sexy, all of that sort of stuff. But on the flip side of the coin, there can be, you know, on the opposite side of the scale, there can be someone who is very, how do I say it, promiscuous, maybe even narcissistic on the flip side of the coin, arrogant, all of that sort of stuff, where they promise the world, but can they deliver? That's the worst side of the King of Wands. So it could have been that you've been healing through. Someone who spoke the speech, but didn't walk the walk. King of Wands, please, can we clarify? We've got Star again and the Fool. Okay. The Devil, Queen of Swords, and the Six of Swords. Okay. So this definitely feels like this is the other person that you've been dealing with. Okay. Because not only is it confirming that you're healing through this one with the Star, but you're healing the promise of a new venture, the new beginning with this person. But all it did was keep you kind of trapped and suppressed in a situation, tied to something, bound. You didn't feel free because all you had was your imagination and your thought process here and your desires and your wants, but wasn't actually happening. Now, the King of Wands, with this, you start to step into your own truth, because that's your card there, Queen of Swords. And you start to speak your mind truly and bluntly exactly how it is, because you've had enough. Because now you're healing through the situation. And as you do so, as you speak your authentic truth, you're now moving on to calmer waters. You now have a bit more peace of mind, because you know what? She's like, I'm going, you know, that she's hired that boatman to take her across the water, but she's left in the middle of the night. Okay? So she's like, you know what? I'm going. I've had enough, I'm going. And as she does so, she just feels this wave of relief flood over her. And yes, it is sorrowful. And yes, it takes a lot of time. But even crossing the passage of water, that water with the Star card is very, very healing. Okay, anything to do with water is going to be very healing for you at this time. Okay. Now, so you move forward in that respect. So I don't feel like you're going just a little bit further. You're going quite a bit further because of that Chariot. So you are, first you make your serene departure by speaking your truth, recognizing that actually this connection over here, it was tainted. It was promised grand things, but it was tainted with obsession. It was tainted with kind of false promises, all of that sort of stuff. And now you're ready to take on, by the end of the month, you're like, no, I am going to charge forward in my own element here. Okay, so the Ace of Wands is passionate new beginning, and the Emperor is fantastic, because the Emperor, so if this was a love connection that you've now decided it's not worth the wait, okay, you've gone from the King of Wands to the Emperor now, meaning the Emperor supersedes the King. The Emperor is the embodiment of all four kings. So that's what you really need. You don't need no page. Okay. And again, it's non-gender specific. We're talking about energies here. People who make things happen. Emperors make things happen. Okay. They work with that divine masculine energy, that solar plexus. Oh, I'm going to make this happen. So forget the page, you want the Emperor. For those on a kind of, if this was a romantic situation, if it was a business partner, again, why would you go for the King of Wands, who's very charismatic and knows how to kind of point fingers and delegate, but he doesn't actually know how to look at the real details. The Emperor can do it all. He can look at the finer details like the King of Swords does. He can implement into physical practicality like the King of Pentacles does. He's got the emotional stability of the King of Cups, and he's also got the fire of the King of Wands. He's got it all. And that's what you're embracing now, okay? So it feels like this is the energy that you're embracing, but it could also be attracting a new person who's going to represent those things. So no more playing with little pages here. No, you want the Emperor. So let's go for the Ace of Wands, please. Can you clarify the Ace of Wands? Thank you. Oh, you're not so sure about this one. Eight of Swords and the Two of Swords. So you're still feeling a little bit trapped. You're not quite sure you want to take this opportunity. It's a bit scary. So you might still be a little bit in this healing mode. So even though you're wanting to charge forward, part of you still feels a little bit stuck in this old energy here. And you kind of like, I want it, but I want it, but There's a great opportunity coming for you by the end of the month, okay? It's really, really good for you. But you're closing yourself off. You're stopping yourself in your tracks because you're still a bit caught up in the headspace to do with this. Okay, it's a very difficult kind of habit to break. If you've been on that cycle for so long, in the headspace, kind of in that imaginary field, the etheric, energetic level, it's very difficult to kind of break that cycle to a degree. You've done the healing, so that's good. I'm loving that. But you're not so sure about this Ace of Wands. Why are they not sure about this Ace of Wands, please? Why are they not sure about this Ace of Wands? Justice. Okay. So, firstly, you don't know whether it's the right thing for you to do, the correct thing for you to do, and whether it's morally the right way to go. And on the other side of things, you feel like you want a little bit more balance before you take on a new opportunity. But justice only shows up when there has been an injustice. So I would say that this is deserved new start. It seems like a good opportunity. I think you just perhaps are maybe a little bit in a self-sabotage situation there, because there's been so much pain that you a bit tentative to move forward. And maybe it's easy to sort of say both women in these cards are like stuck and stagnant, right? Maybe you're waiting for justice to serve before you can feel like you can take this opportunity up. But I do feel that because she's already turned up, I feel like justice will be served. But you might as well, if you see, it's a spark. The spark burns out. You know, if you don't grab it quick, it's going to burn out. Doesn't mean to say there aren't going to be more opportunities that come your way. But, you know, strike while the iron's hot. Emperor, please. Thank you. Temperance. Okay, so temperance is about divine timing, having one foot in the ground, one foot in the water, the eternal waters, and having that balance again. So I do feel like you are stepping into this energy in a really, really positive way at the right time. But I also feel like you are attracting the Emperor to you. Meaning, if it's a partner, you're going to be attracting the right partner. If it's a business partner, you're going to be attracting the right business partner. But it's all happening in divine timing for you. Okay, and it's justified. It is justified. Anything else, please, for the Emperor? Thank you. Six of Pentacles. Very nice. So I do feel like you're going to have a leg up. You're going to have the support that you need. You may even get the financial, look, you're working very hard there with the Eight of Pentacles there. You're going to get the support that you need to activate this Ace of Wands and to activate the Emperor within yourself. But I do feel like you're attracting this person. That person is going to want to really put their mouth where their money is, put their money where their mouth is. That's the thing. Whereas in this situation, you didn't see the action. This guy or this individual, this connection can walk the walk, basically. So it's very, very exciting. But you have to allow yourself to heal and to move away from these false promises here. So we'll end the reading off with an oracle card. What does Gemini need to know for October, please, for their highest good? Thank you. Birthing a new age. Love it. Birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. So by walking away from things that are kind of airy-fairy, you're actually creating a new paradigm for yourself where you can actually tangibly see the efforts of your intentions play out in the real world. Okay, all of this is to birth new creations. So you're dreaming a new world into being. Yes, you started with this person. It's not happening. You're now birthing it. You're now creating it. You're taking the lead to do so. And you're attracting the right person to help you to drive your chariot forward. So it's really positive. Going to be tricky, I'm not going to lie. This is kind of difficult energy to get out of the headspace with regards to this connection. But the longer you stay, the more you'll feel in 5 of Pentacles. And what you really want is that 6 of Pentacles there. So I wish you all the best, Gemini, for the month of October. And I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.